We're in Voyageurs National Park, hoping to catch a glimpse of the park's iconic gray wolves. But our first priority is staying warm and catching something to eat.
One of the things that Colton and I talk about every now and then is the northern way of life. And what that means, enjoying the great outdoors, having to start a fire to keep warm, and really just living simply.
Unfortunately, there's nothing simple about catching your dinner, even in the state of 10,000 lakes.
Well, 10 minutes. Nothing. No bites, no nibbles.
I promised Jack a fish for dinner, but you've got to be in a spot where they're traveling through.
Ooh.
Which means I could be out here in the cold, by myself, for quite some time.
No, nothing.
It's funny, this doesn't even feel like winter camping to me. This thing is basically, it's like a little house. And the fact that we've got a wood stove is just unbelievable. That's the sound you like to hear.
I've got heat. Now for Colton, I can only imagine he's close to catching his limit of fish out there.
In about half an hour, thought I had a bite. I think it was just a piece of ice that stuck around the bobber. Really go for some walleye right now.
I'm bowed, but not beaten. I promised a fish, and a fish I will deliver.
See, it's all about patience.
My only hope is Jack is having some success.
Whew, it is warm in here. It's very exciting. I can actually take off one of my jackets.
Well, it's been a couple of hours. The feeling in my hands and feet is starting to fade along with my sense of optimism. I haven't even gotten a bite yet.
Yo!
Yo,
Did you catch anything?
not a thing.
Nothing?
Seriously, not even a bite.
And I was just getting ready for our traditional shore meal.
Well, it's gonna be a little modified.
Here in Minnesota, a shore meal or a traditional shore lunch usually means fried fish with some hearty sides of potatoes and beans. Looks like we'll be sticking to the sides.
This is what it's all about. Two buddies out in a tent cooking up some potatoes and beans.
Got that right.
I think we are ready to eat.
Nice.
Nice traditional shore meal. Minus the fish. So what's the plan after this?
I mean, we're just gonna find a nice spot where we can see as much of the shoreline as possible, and then we're just kind of sitting back and just crossing our fingers.
As we learned earlier, gray wolves patrol along frozen shorelines in between islands, targeting prey like rabbits, deer, and even moose. We've got to find a spot in view of a shoreline, but far enough away not to spook the wolves.
Here we go. So here's what I'm thinking. You see that island right there?
Yeah.
It's all by itself. You've got such a great view. It looks like it gets a little bit higher than we can be on this spot right here.
Yeah, and that would give us like basically 360-degree view of as much shoreline as we possibly could see.
Okay.
I like that.
The island provides elevation, and the grass cover should help conceal us as day turns to night.
And believe it or not, they're not the big, bad, scary wolves that sometimes they're made out to be. They're very skittish. And if they pick up our scent, hear any of our motion, there's a great chance that even if they're half a mile away, that'll be enough for them to dart out of sight and back into the forest. I've got a feeling it's gonna be a long night.
We've been told that utmost silence is essential to not scaring off any wolves in the area. Jack apparently really took that advice to heart.
He fell asleep. It's like -5 and we're in a snowbank. How do you fall asleep like that?
Wolves are most active at dusk, so we've got night vision goggles to help us scan the shorelines where they head out to hunt.
What makes this so incredibly challenging is we're essentially trying to beat the wolf at his own game. Being stealthy, being elusive, and we don't exactly have the home court advantage. We heard a wolf howl from this direction. his eyes peeled for night vision.
Wolves howl to communicate with each other and to warn other packs in the area to stay out of their territory. It's not long before a second wolf joins in. We listen to the wolves howling back and forth for about a half hour, and then they stop. We never actually see them, but we feel so fortunate because even hearing them is extremely rare.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave any questions or comments that you have.
And please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come.